I'm Ted Plopple.
And I'm Dan Smather.
This is the Concordia Homecoming News for October 1, 1994.
Dateline, Washington.
The Federal Environmental Protection Agency today declared Prexy's Pond a Superfund hazardous waste site.
The pond has spontaneously combusted 4 times in the past week.
Dr. Gerald Van Amberg's biology class went to the pond 3 days ago to take test samples. They have not been seen since. Dateline, Moorhead.
A shocking development on the east side of Moorhead. The entire Moorhead State University campus has dropped off the face of the earth.
Dan, this is not acting school. When asked about this startling event, Mayor Morris Lanning said,
"Oops." Dateline, Moorhead.
On Friday evening, October 30th, the Backwoods Family Singers performed a concert at the annual homecoming banquet.
Yeah, okay. They were last seen leaving Moorhead with a police escort and a van loaded full of discs and tapes. Dateline, Fargo.
Some of you may have been wondering about the horrible stench coming from the north side of Fargo. Well, it turns out that it may be coming from North Dakota State University. Officials there say that the eye-watering aroma is coming from the swine barns on the campus.
When asked about this, NDSU President Dr. Jim Osmond said, "That's our story and we're stinking to it."
Dateline, Phoenix, Arizona.
Concordia fundraiser John Pierce was arrested today by the Phoenix police.
The arrest was based on a police report from a senior citizen who said he tried to get me to give away all my money. And now we turn to the weather and our unlicensed meteorologist, Too Short Newt.
Well, good evening, weather lovers. We have some weather for you today. I just called the Weather Bureau and they told me that I can guarantee you that tomorrow will be a carbon copy of today. Cold and wet and rotten. And you can see why the weather map today is a mess. Look at it. Here we have some H's and some L's and some black lines. And there you got these smiley faces up here and these clouds right here, and they tell me there's over here in Florida, you've got a big tropical storm. The first tropical storm of the season is coming this way. They call him Big Morrie. He's coming right up this way. So you got these H's and these L's and these big black lines and these smiley faces, and it's all your fault. I've been telling you, stop spraying your hair with that hairspray. You're putting the holes in the ozone. It's coming right down through the ozone. All the H's and the L's and the smiling faces right down on Moorhead. All the ozone is coming right here, and it's your fault. So there it is, folks. There's the weather for tomorrow. Don't bother running out and trying to cover your tomato plants. It's too late. Take some old moss and dead leaves and cover every cobber you can find. Because it's going to be a terrible mess tomorrow. There it is, Ted. That's your weather story.
Thank you, Too Short Newt, for that definitive forecast. Now we'll bring you right back after this word from our sponsor. Word from our sponsor.
The Slim Fast Corn Shake Diet. This is Dr. Ufta after 6 days on the Ultra Slim Fast Corn Diet. A shake for breakfast, a shake for lunch, and 2 large corn cobs for dinner. We guarantee you'll look good and feel great.
Yeah, sure, I just feel much better now.
Give us a homecoming week, we'll take off the weight.
And now, here's the sports news and commentary with Too Wide Willie.
Hi, all you sports fans. Are you ready for some football? Yeah! Well, first of all, how about them Cobs? I tell you. And the score today was St. Thomas 13, and they weren't deserved, and Concordia 32. Well, folks, Old Wide Willie's got all the sports scores you've been waiting for, all the big games. Here's the scores: 10 to 12, 7 to 0, 14 to 8, 18 to 55, 32, 20, 21 7, and the partial score just from the big game in tonight, 10. All right. That leads me into my commentary for the evening. It really upsets me, Big Ted. All this talk all over the country about pro football's new two-point conversion. Two-point conversion. Whoever said we should have religion in pro football? What's the matter with the old one-point Lutheran conversion? It was good enough for years. Now you got this two-point conversion. What do we got, some Baptist thing going on here? Next thing we know, we'll have confessions in the huddle. And probably baptisms by the Gatorade bucket. I tell you, my friends, we got to stop this. We got to take religion out of pro football and put it back where it belongs, in hockey. Well, that's all I got tonight, Big Ted. I tell you, remember, words from Old Wise Willie, if you want a sport, you got to be one. See ya.
Thank you, Too Wide Willie, for your hopeless homily. Now for some local news.
Dateline Moorhead.
Back on the home front, Concordia announced today that music faculty member Peter Halverson, otherwise known as the annual Christmas concert Voice of God, will be joining the popular band Guns N' Roses. He'll be joining the band for a special benefit concert funding the I Need Help with My Student Loan organization.
Mr. Halverson will be joining Axl Rose in singing a new duet version of the song Sweet Child of Mine.
The concert will be held in New Olson Sports Forum, where most of the money will be spent.
Dateline Moorhead. In other local news, Concordia Classics professor Dr. Olin Storvik was denied parole for the theft of 99 gold coins.
Storvik had allegedly stolen the 99 rare coins while on an archaeological dig with Concordia students in the Middle East last summer. After an extended hearing at the Clay County Courthouse, Storvik was sentenced to 40 years of service to Concordia College.
Storvik denied the charges, stating, "We were only looking for pot money."
Dateline Concordia.
A new policy governing interdorm visitation was adopted at Concordia today.
Members of the opposite sex will be allowed to visit each other's residence hall rooms 1 day a month every other month, or 4 days a semester every other semester, whichever is greater.
A spokesperson for the college said the policy change was being made because in Concordia's second century, they want to bring back the good old days.
Concordia made it official today. Next year, tuition will be increased 20% and financial aid will be cut.
Word of these possible actions leaked out during a recent Student Association election.
During the campaign, one candidate for president referred to this anticipated move as voodoo economics.
In response to the criticism, Concordia's Vice President for Business Affairs, Clyde Allen, said, "Voodoo? Nonsense. The student giveth and the college keepeth." Well, that's it for the Concordia Homecoming News. Weather and sports. Good night, Ted.
Good night, Dan, and happy homecoming, everyone.